Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. We're here at Canterlot Gardens with Miss Danielle McRae. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm all right. So how did you get in the world of voice acting? Like, what was your passion, drive, idea of doing it?
Well, when I was a little kid, I wanted to do it, but I didn't know it was called voice acting. I thought it was just you in the garage making voices, and I thought it was garage voices. But I didn't know it was like an actual profession. So while I was growing up, I wanted to draw. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll like make a career off of drawing. And I grew up, and I started finding out more and more about this voice acting thing. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And I watched a lot of cartoons, and I found a few friends who wanted to be voice actors. And then I took a college class, and it was like an acting theater major. So our final project on that was like we had to reenact something from like a certain play or a movie or something we saw. And I think at that moment, 'cause we had to dress up and be the part, that really made me want to go and pursue it. So I took some classes online, and I took some classes in college. And then I took the Bang Zoom workshops, and then Tony Oliver said, hey, you got talent. You want to come and, I don't know, audition for us? And I said, yeah, and started sparring from there.
It's kind of cool because we actually got to hang out with Tony at MatsuriCon a couple months ago, so that's pretty cool. Now, you happen to work in the Cool Game Skullgirls. What was that like, working on that?
It was really fun. It was a lot of hard work, especially with the character I played, Painwheel. Yeah. So it was like a labor of love kind of project. Really fun stuff.
Not a love child, as Christina had one point said it was. Yeah. So on top of that, you also are more video game stuff. You got to work on the really super popular video game World of Warcraft. What was it like doing that? I mean, it's such a 10 million fans across the world.
Yeah, it was very intimidating because I was asked by a friend to audition for that, and prior to that, I auditioned for World of Warcraft about 5 times. So they said, hey, you should be this character, audition for this orc person. So I referenced a lot of my voice stuff for her through other World of Warcraft games and a lot of Sindragosa stuff. So then I auditioned, and they said, you got the part. And I thought it was just like a small bit part character, and they said, no, this is an actual boss. So I was really surprised when I found that out, and recording for her for 2 days, it was also painful but very fun.
Okay, and as you had mentioned in Skullgirls, you got to play a Painwheel. What was it like doing that role? Because the name sounds pretty intimidating.
Yeah, I felt very honored because before I found out about that character, I did a lot of research on Skullgirls. So I actually saw Christina's post on Facebook a long time ago, and she was like bringing up the beta designs for Cerebella, and I'm like, this is really cool. So I typed on Google Skullgirls, like what is Skullgirls, and saw the character designs. They didn't really have much of a story at that time, but I really wanted to try and audition for it. So I found Alex Ahad's DeviantArt. I tried to send him private messages and be like, I'd like to audition for your game. It looks really cool, and I didn't hear anything back. Yeah. So Christina came to me and she said, hey, you want to audition for certain characters? And you just put your name on a list, and you can start auditioning. So I auditioned for everyone from Peacock to Painwheel.
And it sounds like Christina is. Did you kind of meet her in college, or what was the kind of mutual meeting between the two of you? Like, how did you guys get to know each other?
We actually met not officially, but we met on the Voice Acting Alliance. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we have one of our members is part of that too.
Awesome.
So yeah. Now, what is the differences between doing that in video games as opposed to doing animation? Is it in the booth, one-on-one, or is it like you kind of all got to be together doing different lines for certain things?
Well, both. I haven't really done animation. I've done an anime audition, and it's usually like solitary stuff. You're in the booth by yourself. It's the same with video games. Certain video games I've heard where there's people who come in, all the actors come in and they voice characters. But I think the majority of voice acting in video games is you're doing it by yourself. And you're doing it with the producer and the director on the other side. So it's like you're all by yourself in a little dark corner.
Okay. And now, what brings you to a My Little Pony convention? Just the sheer fun of it?
I was actually interested in the convention, so I just decided to contact them and say, hey, I like your convention. You have a really cool theme here, and I'd like to be a part of it. And they said, yeah, sure, come on ahead. And yeah, it's really fun stuff so far.
Okay, and now, as you said, you're enjoying it. What was some of the aspects of what you've enjoyed so far here at Canterlot Gardens?
I think the fans are really, really awesome here. I love the weather, and there was something about John DiMaggio in this closet. But I probably shouldn't get into stories about that, but it's pretty magical.
Okay, and is there any way fans can potentially keep up with you on the internet?
Yeah, I have a website. It's www.daniellemcraevo.com. I also have a Facebook fan page at Danielle McRae VO Artist, and then a Twitter at Danielle MCVO.
Okay, and now is there any potential projects you can talk about this time, and a message for your fans out there?
There's so many I wish I could talk about, but there is one that I can talk about. It's like an indie project. It's starting to take off a little bit. It's called Rebel Threads, and it's like what is it? I think Christina's in it, and some of the cast from Skullgirls is in it, like Sarah Williams, who plays Peacock, and then you have Kim Lynn Tran, who plays Misfortune, and I wish I could say more about other projects.
Okay, well, thanks so much for coming out here and talking with us. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.